by all reports, Mark, he had an outstanding camp. Here's the elements he gives you. Straight line drive.
And Steph Curry pulls it away from the Joker. Beautiful no-look to Kuminga.
Draymond Green. Jonathan Kuminga works into Bridges with a beautiful offensive play.
And the Warriors keep the possession going. Clock's at 10. Lamb inside. Now in front to Kuminga for the dunk.
Lamb denied. Jerome into the shot clock. And a nice pass on the dive, but is Kuminga going to get it? Yes, he does.
It's a nice pass, but there's also a really nice cut, which is exactly what Larry Nance did. He stayed out of Devontae's way, gave Devontae an opportunity to turn the corner. Want to talk about an athlete?
Yeah, Jonathan Kuminga. There was a breakdown. They wanted to walk. They're not going to get the call. He did, but you're not going to get it. And there's another jump stop. Kuminga will get the little one, yeah. And all of a sudden, it's a two-point game after the Pels led by 12. Very strong. He's got two big ones. Kuminga denied. Bent on a step-through. Good footwork.
I tell you, Kuminga has that ball fake down.
3 of 5 from beyond the arc. That's pretty serious. Here comes Kuminga. And mid-range.
Tough shot by Kuminga.
7th overall, Jonathan Kuminga.
Kings made a point to bring in shooters to get better offensively. Him and Herter. Kuminga, patience, beautiful. Those pump fakes inside always work for him.
Yeah, and Jay Triano, very familiar with Monk going back to his time in Charlotte. The layup good inside by Kuminga and one.
He's just a regular human being like everybody else.
Yeah, true tell. Look at him. Watch out. Watch out. Nice. Dynamic athlete, JK, let's go.
Didn't really become softer until the later years because he wanted to win that badly. And that's what I learned from him, that he was willing to do anything he possibly could.
Ooh, JK. What a pass. Yeah. Communication, the feel for the game, and then you go on the defensive side.
Let's go, Wiseman. Let's go, Wiseman.
Okay. JK. Wow. Yes, JK.
So an 18-2 run the last 4 minutes of the first and into the second. And Kuminga ends that in a monster way.
Look at Steph on the bench.
Edwards 1 for 5 so far this afternoon. Kuminga. Oh, the elevation and the flush.
Warriors have done a good job of taking away Karl's driving lanes off the catch in the middle of the floor. It's really what Karl wants to do.
Oh, Kuminga got Towns on the pump.
Really dominant on the glass right now. 24-10 advantage as Kuminga gets another layup. Anthony Edwards.
Steph, thanks so much. DiVincenzo drives into Kleber. Changes on the floor. Right now it's Kuminga. Corkscrew move inside into Wood. Also coming in, Anthony Lamb.
But he's shot over 40% since he's been in Dallas from three-point range.
Poole with the move and a drive and a feed.
And right there, that's underestimated. Kuminga knowing the time to cut.
And all the plays he have to make, he uses the time to rest and walk the ball up, but they're just a little too slow as Klay Thompson on a nice dish to Kuminga.
And Kuminga right there sticking with him. That length may be bothering Doncic with a drive and a dribble and a double team on Curry, who finds the driving Kuminga inside. Rebound Lamb collects it inside. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Weaving, driving, Poole feeding Kuminga. Curry to Wiggins, and Wiggins trying to throw it in, knocked away by Kleber and taken by Curry, and a three by Kuminga, who puts it in.
A lot of football going on. That looked like the interception from a DB. Poole driving. Oh, no look to Kuminga. Showtime.
Steph hasn't even gotten going yet.
Curry's 1 of 6. 2 points. Play to Kuminga down the lane to lay it up and in. Draymond gets it out to Jordan Poole. And Kuminga, they call him Sticks. He puts it up and in. The night he came to chase with 29, 13, and 7 against the world champs. Kuminga. The Warriors not done.
Beasley for 3. Up high, Kuminga with a rebound. 7th pick in 21. And he'll ride it to the rim.
Who still has game. It's good to see him back out there with a fresh haircut, too.
Beautiful skip pass. pass and the bucket down inside. Jonathan Kuminga checks back in. Dropped a couple of buckets in the first quarter. Inside, just untouched. He just walked down the lane.
Colin Sexton is capable. He's capable. He's learned a lot since Mike's been out. And depending on who you're playing, what the Jazz need. Wow.
Come on. We're down 5 after 1, 3 at the half, and +9. Now as we jump into the fourth quarter, Kuminga, pacing shot, rolls home, a bucket around Gay.
Sexton thought he was far enough under that basket and he used the rim. When you read it perfectly.
Boy, Kuminga just threw a shoulder down.
I see you, Simone.
15. Back inside, Kuminga.
I really think Simone is capable of these kind of nights on a regular basis as he works to get more time. But Kuminga right now is the guy.
Tied at 119. This is the definition of crunch. Poole. One bounce and the Jazz break down defensively.
Greg White with an easy lay-in and done a spectacular job, and I love his mentality. He's not full of himself. Understands the task and has embraced it.
Kuminga catches, drives, leans in, left-handed. Oh, what a sweet move from Jonathan Kuminga. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Steve Kerr waving his team on, push it up the floor. Backdoor cut and finish. DiVincenzo to Kuminga. Kuminga calling for it. Looking to post up Tatum. 5 on the shot clock. The spin move. Leans in. Blocked by Tatum. Kuminga gets it back and throws it down.
Great rebound guard. Great anticipation.
Kuminga gets inside. Kuminga 14 points, 5 boards, 3 assists.
Where he's so effective, where he was effective many years ago.
Kuminga passes up a 3, now on the drive and lays it in over Brook Lopez. Bucks shooting 63% to start this game. They lead by 10. And an answer on the other end by Kuminga. Giannis spins and fires. No good.
He's now 0 for 13 tonight on jump shots.
Yeah, all of his points coming right inside the lane as Kuminga goes coast to coast, lays it in.
They had pictures of both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George.
Hoping they will play as Kuminga gets it to go. So hoping for that invite, always a treat. Thanasis gets one on the board for the Bucks. Kuminga able to hit a 3. Your game looks tight though, Grant. But you got to come back in and lock. You got to lock in.
Kuminga at the rim. Got it from Curry.
Yeah, I like it. I like the timeout.
Kevon Looney has come back in. Did not start the second half. Kuminga.
He's just playing bully ball. Here's Kuminga. Kuminga, a little step back jumper shot is good.
That was an excellent offensive possession. They just don't get there. Poole's the only one other than Curry that gets there at all. So it's going to be really hard to not get there.
Oh, Looney to Kuminga. Well, off your point, Jeff.
And some of them keep a foot anchored and drive off of it instead of dragging it.
He's got to be consistent with the call.
Yeah.
And it's a hard one, but
Warriors are 0-5 if they make 12 or less threes. So you see him stuck at 4 right now. You know they're going to have to hit triples. Kuminga, what a finish there with the left hand.
Against the Knicks and the Nets as Poole shakes Barrett, misses a 3. Kuminga got the bouncing rebound and bounces his way to a two-handed jam. The short-handed Warriors, 15 made threes for the Knicks. Kuminga shakes Jericho Sims.
For me, one of the guys that influenced me and inspired me at a young age when I was little, like you said, Lee.
Guy, when you're just, he always says, DZ, that.
I'm so impressed by Memphis in that nice feed by Green.
Kuminga with a running start. And he'll put it in.
He's got that pump fake.
Kuminga on JT Thor, shot clock at 10. Steps around to lay it up and in.
That is patience.
20 years of age. Turned 20 in October. Poole to Kuminga. And Jonathan's doing it all. Clay thought about it. Shot clock at 5. They got nothing going now. Kuminga on Hayward. Takes him to the baseline. Puts it in! And he'll go to the rim. So the Warriors smartly just bleeding as much clock as possible. Jordan 360. Jordan to Kuminga!
These moves from Jordan Poole.
Conley lob, and he overthrew Walker Kessler. Kuminga running. Nice pump fake on Clarkson to lay it up and in. Vanderbilt came out of nowhere to block that shot. Kuminga going right back. It's that easy. Lays it up and in and draws the foul. The Warriors love shooting threes, but when they're created the right way, with good floor balance and able to get back defensively. Kuminga, a little bully ball inside. Clay to Looney to the cutting Kuminga to lay it up and in. How pretty was that?
Well, Kuminga didn't just stand on the three-point line. He went ahead and cut in there.
Kuminga cutting back door. How about that?
That was a tough strip.
Simon sidestep 3. Another big rebound. Loose. Draymond's got it. Push ahead Kuminga. Soaring in for the lead.
But Allen screen halfway down the lane, guides it up, missed the shot. Looney snatches the rebound. Out comes Kuminga. Kuminga was picked 7th overall a couple of seasons ago. Right to the basket he goes.
Settling down, and they've got to have some basketball IQ here to get things slowed down a little bit in the half court and get to their sets as Kuminga hits a nice turnaround jumper.
43% from the floor. They are 5 of 11 from 3, and that's helped keep them in. Kuminga! Oh my goodness! A left-handed hammer! Grizzlies looking to snap a 3-game losing streak that immediately followed an 11-game winning streak as Kuminga. Thompson bangs in, can't finish. Wow! What a sensationally athletic tip from Jonathan Kuminga.
So Kuminga, the release man. Lamb with the shot clock at 3. JK, another triple. Got it! He's hit 4!
Tag and really put pressure on the middle or make the right decision and kick it to the weak side. There's Kuminga now.
DiVincenzo got inside. Jonathan, very patient there on the finish.
On this Warriors team, has led by double digits since early in the first quarter. Kuminga across the lane, and he got the roll. Curry getting hounded by Wiggins out on the perimeter with Kuminga driving. SGA, he'll pull up, and Jonathan Kuminga has had some big buckets here in the third quarter.
When you show pump fake, give it to
Kuminga on the attack, hanging in the air and finishing.
He's a very good rebounding guard now. Now Kuminga going to shoot the 3. No, in on Jokic. Around he goes and lays it up and in.
Quick, fast. Got to know that.
So we're tied at 27. Kuminga. And Kuminga, that's a mix-up there. Closing in on another triple-double. At 19 last year, Kuminga for 3, and he knocks it in.
There's too much space by Vlatko.
Nikola Jokic, another triple-double, 17th of the season, 93rd of his young career. Little short jumper in the lane, Kuminga converts.
We were just lauding his skills, and great two-way player, did it defensively with the deflection there. Kuminga passes up the 3, elevates, and detonates. What do you make of his strengths?
He plays low mistake basketball, not going to turn it over. Knows, yeah, that's pretty good.
Tough catch by Powell, and there's that athleticism defensively by Kuminga. At the other end, got it. Ran the full 94 feet after the block.
Look over his career and the number of years and the games played. It's a different challenge when you've never been injured.
Big time. Big time. Kuminga. There's the 3 ball he was looking for a little bit earlier, his bench. Cross-court Green into the corner, Jerome. Kuminga with a nice move. Boy, big-time lefty finish. Poole rejects the screen, back to Green. Draymond, nice pass to Kuminga inside. Wow.
Starting much better than he did last time in OKC. Warriors did a great job on him in the first quarter. And he's got it rolling already now.
Draymond high for Kuminga. Well thrown.
Kuminga jumped early and just hung in the air and waited.
It's a rookie in that position, and he's going to make every catch and handle tough.
Thompson from behind jabs it away. Makes a nice play at the sideline. Ahead to Kuminga for the jam. And the Blazers again with an unforced error.
You saw him with the Miami Heat when they went to the finals. He was excellent that season. Kuminga on the fadeaway. Jonathan Kuminga's got 7 off the bench.
I feel like it was a shot from Lefko. Do I need to retaliate?
No. Your resume
right.
speaks for itself.
Okay.
Kuminga slams it down, and Golden State with a shot in the arm. Shot clock down to 7. DiVincenzo, the bounce, 2-man game. Kuminga gets a good look at it.
Love his athleticism.
The zigzag move, bouncing off. Zubats couldn't gather. Get into it quickly here. Green, outside. Kuminga sticks it from long range. Powell rims out. Kuminga up high for the board. 114.99. Kuminga trying to go coast to coast, and he does. Plus the foul.
That wasn't my fault right there.
No, it was not. It was a great defensive contest.
Kuminga backing down Beasley. Contact. It goes. And one for Jonathan Kuminga. Second chance here for Golden State. Kuminga for 3. And now Green gives him another offensive rebound. Leaves it for Kuminga. Fires it down.
2 guys rotate to 1, and they kept swinging it. Got him a good look. How does Kuminga play with no Draymond tonight? And JK with a fadeaway. Play and picked up the dribble. Shot clock at 3. Kuminga got to make something out of nothing. Gets it off in time and beats the buzzer.
Kuminga inside is working. When you become an elite scorer in this league, you've got to chalk up 9 points to the free throw line. You've got to chalk up 6, 8 points in the paint. If you see Kuminga there with a little turnaround.
Thompson drops it off for Kuminga. The flush.
And I love that play by Naz Reid. He's got the game going. Does he try and take a little heat check shot? No, it makes the right pass. Speaking of right pass.
Portland's reeled off 10 straight. Warriors got down 14 to Minnesota, 13 now. There you go. The inside is open. They have no center on the floor. There's no center for Portland. Play 3. Jerome will track it down. Kuminga down the lane. Draymond had picked up the dribble. Shot clock down to 9. Kuminga!
It's so smart. Just use Clay. Look at Clay pointing at him.
They got him for 2 second-round picks. Kuminga inside. Make that 15 dunks or layups in the second half, and the foul. That paint got peeled off by the volume of conversation. In and out, and Kuminga another dunk. Draymond Green's going to be on Warrior postgame live. Kuminga, JK with 14 on 7 of 9 shooting.
DiVincenzo, Batum on him. First minutes on the floor for Nick Batum. And now Kuminga gets a step and explodes to the rim. Performing at an MVP level once again. Got a chance to win his 3rd straight. Kuminga drives and is fouled. He'll lay it in. Kuminga taking all he can get right now. 18 points for Jonathan Kuminga.
Najee Marshall averages 9 points a game. He's got 8. I want to mention the 31% 3-point shooter. He's hit 2 threes. Kuminga, I got a good number for you. We had a good look at that replay. It was a controlled tap and should be free throws. That's why Looney was upset. Kuminga down the lane. Warriors score a deuce anyway. For being down 17, the Warriors are showing signs of life here, and that's a good thing. Klay Thompson 3. Kuminga the rebound, pump fake and finish.
So they're starting to beat him up inside.
Look at the Pelicans defend again. Kuminga, patient, flipping it up and in. Dubs have the lead. The Pelicans play B again. Jerome probing. Kuminga soaring. stop and go a couple times. Oh, Kuminga comes in from the rafters to ram it home. With 2 possessions to the final one for New Orleans to end the quarter. Kuminga right to the bucket and right through his chest instead of trying to drive by Jackson Hayes, just go through him. Herb Jones, he throws it away to Kuminga. Here he comes. Step around and floats it in. Like another New Orleans player shooting. Top step back 3. And DiVincenzo got a rebound. Kuminga got it done. Unbelievable.
Well, get Kuminga to pass the ball ahead. Now he puts up a 3. Won't go. He's going to chase it down, get his own rebound. Continues toward the rim and throws it down. He didn't seem happy that they were yelling at him to pass it ahead.
Averaging 19 turnovers per game on the homestand. As Curry gives it up to Kuminga, and Kuminga goes right down Broadway. Poole did not want the 3 after missing the last one, so Kuminga, he will spin into the layup. Jalen Williams, another 3, not that time. And Kuminga on the leap. That was a quick transition bucket. As we said, are in full desperation mode here. Kuminga, that's a quick 2, and it's a 6-point game.
Here is Curry weaving through traffic. Great look underneath. Kuminga with the dunk, but what a pass. The first assist of the game for Curry. DiVincenzo gets past man. Got caught in the air. Hits Kuminga, who hangs and rolls it in.
Curry right down the pipe. A dunk for Kuminga. Thompson.
And there's another one. Next one be short.
Kuminga said enough of this nonsense. Here's a dunk for you.
Jones, floater, air ball. Highly unusual for him. Kuminga on a run out. Kuminga vacates the area. Curry, one-on-one with Jackson. Wheels in the lane. Sets up Kuminga for 3. He hit another one. Jonathan Kuminga, 3 threes.
Taylor Jenkins said, don't hit your head down when the shot goes in. Their heads weren't down. Dillon pushes. Kennard finishes.
And Kuminga continues his big game. 13 for Kuminga.
Has come through for the Grizzlies, that little floater.
Thompson, catch and shoot 3. Kuminga, offensive rebound and the stick back. Jonathan Kuminga. Curry inside the arc. Draymond Green, great dump off, and Kuminga powers it in. Because it was an inadvertent whistle. And a wide open 3 by Kuminga. He ties his career high. A 4-3. The Grizzlies fell asleep.
He's going to find his range at some point. Josh Christopher, nothing doing. Warriors the run out. Terrific pass. The lead ahead to Kuminga by Curry for the slam. Spinning. There's the help by Garuba. Kuminga on 16. Works baseline. Back to Green. Short. Touchdown pass Kuminga.
Point guard's got to get back on the shot. There was a 4-on-1 earlier. Now that 2-on-1.
Little bit behind Smith. Yeah. Here comes Poole behind his back. The dish to Kuminga for the dunk. Showtime there for Golden State.
Like no one says in the NFL rushing totals, oh, he averages 75 yards a game. They go by how many yards. Why do we do that?
You are fired up tonight. We're 5 minutes. So a lot of people picking the school that he played for in college to win the national championship. A turnover, Kuminga in transition. You see the 2 people with mops had to get out of the way before they got run over. 15 Warrior assists on 20 baskets, and we still have 5.5 minutes to go. A turnover by Dallas. Kuminga racing ahead of the pack with a vicious slam. 3-minute mark in the half. Luka into Looney, missed it. Doncic 4 for 12. Curry fires it to Kuminga for the stuff to get to the top 6 and avoid the play-in tournament. Kuminga with the spin. Gorgeous finish with the left hand. Boy, he's improving every single night. Thompson coming off the screen. Looney fires to Kuminga, who hangs and flushes it.
Ultimately blocked the shot.
Tied at 113, inside 5 minutes to go. Kuminga on the cut again with the left hand.
just a smaller defender, not afraid to attack from outside the arc like Embiid. Kuminga, that's a good catch. Pump fake and finish. Leapers like to leap. Show Naz Reid the ball and then hammer it. Shot clock at 8. He's picked up the dribble, nowhere to go. Kuminga, the escape foul. Kuminga spinning. Kuminga elevating. Kuminga scoring. There's a lot of collisions happening in there.
Well, that's great because Herb Jones hasn't even really been trying to shoot the ball. Only 17 points in the last 4 games, and it only made 6 of his last 24 for 3.
Kuminga, so athletic, a high flyer. They have had a big comeback game against New Orleans. That was their first one of the year. Kuminga on a feed from Green. Now the Warriors looking like themselves again.
Oh, Herb Jones coming down there, made a great pass.
Oh, and Green sets up Kuminga.
Kuminga show and go. Barlow got him once. Shot clock at 2, and JK, he is just getting better and better. Draymond 100 miles an hour to lay that up and out, but Kuminga will cup jam that. Kuminga soaring in. He'll take the foul. He'll drop the hammer. He'll go to the line. Steph Curry to Kuminga, right down the lane. That was a back scratcher.
Told you about the importance of this one for Golden State, especially number 5 team in the West, but only a half-game lead on the Clippers. Kuminga!
Jalen with an E versus Jalen with an I. They call him J-Dub and J-Will to keep it straight in OKC.
Well, he still should be celebrated.
Dort blocking, Kuminga finishing. He's just in chill mode. Make it didn't settle for that 3. Mid-range on Saric, and he banks it home.
Food against Lyles. DiVincenzo, one more to Kuminga. Kuminga left alone and knocks down the 3.
Well, one thing you have to know about Bobby Jackson, if he is coaching players, he's coaching on the defensive end for sure. He's going to demand that.
Rebound covered by Looney. Looney making a cut, dropping it off to Kuminga, and he will ease it up and in. You love the movement of the Warriors off the ball.
Fade away, which I think we'll see a lot more of next season. Him actually going to that shot. There goes the lob to Kuminga. I'm talking about with the best passers in the league. He is up there. I'm talking just passing the basketball.
Yeah. 4 seconds remaining in the period. Kuminga. Oh, my. His work speaks for itself.